friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, amazing viewers. I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for finding me and for staying. I sure hope these messages resonate for you guys. There are a lot of videos on the playlist for you guys to take a look at. All the videos are timeless unless otherwise stated. So you may find messages there that resonate for you. And for those of you guys returning, I can't express my gratitude enough for you guys. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading yet again. And today we're looking at time-sensitive message from Spirit with detailed information in regards to your week ahead. So this is a pick a card. We have 3 options to choose from, which I'll be revealing shortly. And for those of you guys needing a little more guidance, we will be revealing these cards and pulling a charm for each of these. All right, so if at any point you are pulled to any of these cards, I will put the timestamp in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick. If you're pulled to multiple piles, cards, absolutely fine. Just means there's multiple messages here coming through for you, okay? So it's absolutely fine to listen to your intuition, and you should only be listening to your intuition even over my intuition. All right, so what you will see, feel, or hear throughout the reading that will determine whether this pile is the right pile for you. And if it doesn't resonate, then go check out another pile or another reading altogether. All right, so we have 3 options, and let us reveal what these are. Option 1, 2, 3. For option 1, we have card number 17. Sacred Falcon shows the way. Sacred Falcon shows the way. Option number 2, we have number 12. Sacred Sherpa guides you beyond. Sacred Sherpa guides you beyond. Okay, and option number 3, number 13. Grace in full flight. Grace in full flight. We'll pull charms for each of these as well. What beautiful energy. Very different energy pulling through through these cards here. So option 1, your charm is the charm of love. Look at that. Love. Beautiful. I am being called to pull one more for your pile. We have this beautiful, looks almost like a gold pentacle here. And it has some scrolled hearts all around, or scrolls. All right, so option number 2, your charm is this rose. Beautiful rose, flower, stemmed rose. Okay, I'm pulling one more for yours as well. We might be getting 2 charms for each today. We have the spiral. The spiral. Let's put that right there. And for option number 3, you guys have the music note. And one more for yours as well. Wow. We have the frog. Okay, the frog or the toad. Okay, so I'm going to move this box and put your cards down here. Sit with this energy. Take as much time as you need. I will let the video run for a bit. And when you're ready, you can select from the timestamp below. And I will see you at your pick. Hello, hello, my beautiful, gorgeous angels. Pile 1. You guys picked the Sacred Falcon shows the way with the love, and the pentacle or medallion charm here. So we'll get into this reading to see if this resonates for you before we lay out the cards. So we're looking at a time-sensitive message coming through from Spirit and detailed information in regards to the week ahead. So this definitely should be something that is resonating with your own intuition. So I do ask for you to lean in on what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the pile is right for you. Okay, so don't force anything to fit here. And we have all the cards that I've shuffled, have not looked at, that we'll be laying out in order for you to tune into your intuition before we get into the channeling. If at any point you want to get straight to the channeling, your reading, I will put the timestamp below, although sometimes the channeling does come through as I lay the cards out, so there might be important information you might miss along the way. Specifically, if you're trying to develop your own intuition, then I do suggest you sit through the card layout, all right? But for those of you guys in tune with your intuition, wanting to get straight away to your reading, you can go ahead and click on that. So, pile 1. This is an interesting energy because this card, the Sacred Falcon, shows the way, is all about us seeing symbols, signs, synchronicities in order to get us to follow down a path here. And it could be a path that's going to lead us to our own awakening, our own liberation, our own enlightenment, our own life purpose. So I feel like you're definitely being shown, guided towards a path here. And I don't know, I get the sense that this is fairly early for you. So you might be experiencing a lot of seeing a lot of the same numbers. Maybe you're getting repetitive dreams. I apologize, my dog's gone crazy here. A lot of the same dreams, potentially. You're seeing the same words, names, certain things that are coming up in synchronistic ways for you. And so you might be trying to make sense of what it is that the universe is trying to tell you. Nonetheless, maybe even where are you being guided to? Where are you being guided to? So for those of you guys who have been potentially already in tune with your sort of intuition here, and you've been receiving downloads and what have you, you might be getting specific information as to where this has been guiding you, or the exact purpose of what this has been guiding you to for this manifestation. Because I am getting a Ace of Pentacles from this one sort of charm, which is a solid manifestation of a new beginning, you know, something really solid here. And with the love here, I feel like it is a deep sense of love that has inspired or triggered this sort of awakening from within you. A great love of a creation, a great love of a passion, a great love of another. Whatever this love that's been awakened within you has really been driving you towards this manifestation. So, and this is gold. I feel like you're manifesting the gold here, you know, the pure gold here in your world. And we see the dove, which doves are all about peace. And it is a white dove here, and white symbolizes purity, you know, and purity is our true state of consciousness. So I feel like you've been awakened to your pure state of consciousness. It's going to liberate you, bring you a sense of peace. And yeah, you're being guided towards this beautiful manifestation. So what is this immediate message Spirit's wanting to communicate to you, and detailed information and guidance in regards to the week ahead? Now, I use the week ahead very loosely because energy is not linear, so it doesn't sit in a specific timeline, although just for terms of this reading, I'll say within the next 7 days or so. Okay, this could be energy that's passing out of existence right now as we speak in your world, depending where you are on the timeline, or it could be something coming into your being. Only you can sort of sit with where this resonates for you. Okay, so we have gossip with the green ray, which is heart chakra. We are feeling with the love, and gossip could certainly involve other people. Could involve us stepping outside of heart consciousness here. Let's see how that plays. We have seagull. Look at that, another white bird. So birds are all about freedom, liberation, and ascension. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Wow, seagull. Okay, some of you guys might be seeing birds, you know, white birds or seagulls specifically. And we have 11 with calming. Adi Mudra. Okay, so Adi Mudra assists stillness, support, and balance. The benefits: reduces anxiety, supports muscular skeletal system, cultivates mental and physical restoration. So this is instructions on how to do this mudra. And then it says it lowers blood pressure. Focus. I rest on the calm of inner balance and support. Okay, calming. Number 11. 11's a master number. It's about divine inspiration. It's also about synchronicities. And it's the encouragement to keep going. Okay. We have the Sentinel, determination and creativity. So I'm getting air energy, and with all the bird, more air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Determination and certainty. Okay, and here we have the Puppeteer, explanations and apologies. So I have a hand with the intuitive eye and two sort of puppets on strings here. So we have two, which could be partnership. Gossip definitely could symbolize other people involved as well. There could be people here or another person involved in what I'm picking up here. We see two sort of swords. And because we're talking about certainty, we're seeing two, well, they're spears. It could be two people with their own sort of truth here. Okay. And we have the Shekinah, sacred self. And look, another white bird. This is a dove with the Merkaba. So we got 3 white birds here. How synchronistic. Purity, consciousness, liberation, freedom, ascension, rising above. Okay, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Wow. Well, that's amazing. Eclipse, celebrate cycles. Okay. We have sugar, number 31, or the number 4. We have fighting. So it looks like a warrior or a knight. Fighting. It's making fists. 2 fists exactly like this. Calming. Okay. We have flowering. Lotus flower. We have the triggering. And we have change with the lizard. This looks like, what sort of lizard is this? Iguana. It's an iguana, I believe. I'm not sure what the iguana symbolizes, but lizards are cold-blooded. Could also symbolize a lot of passion here. A lot of passion, but we have change. And we have a child's love. The love between a parent and a child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as a bigger part of our hearts. Oh my goodness. Look at these music notes. You guys might have been drawn to pile number 3 because we have the music note pulling through here very strongly. Okay. And we have number 2 with slimy, and look at the frog leaping here. That was also coming through for the charm for pile 3, the music note and the frog. I do feel if you were called to this pile, you might want to go listen to pile 3. Sometimes in my readings, I'll get very tied energy. So if this does involve another person, we could be seeing the flip or the other person's sort of perspective here in the other pile. Okay, if you resonate, and I see a 2, which to me 2 is about partnership. It's also about balance, duality, choices, and I have a feeling this might involve another person here, okay? Only if you're pulled to, of course. Here we have a treasure trove of a bunch of jewels, necklaces, pearls, treasure. Number 50. 5 is all about challenge and conflict. It's also about rebuilding and change, which we have right beside change. And you see this arrow moving forward. Spears. So I'm getting Sagittarius energy. And look, you guys, another white bird. How many white birds am I going to pull here? 1, 2. Where's the other one? Thought we had another white bird somewhere. Yes, 3 and 4. This one's a white snowy owl. It says, hunting both day and night, this bird of prey lives on the Arctic tundra. Well equipped against the cold, it can withstand extreme temperatures. Okay, so the iguana also is very finicky when it comes to maintaining its temperature. Okay, it can withstand extreme temperatures up to minus 50 Celsius, which is minus 58 Fahrenheit. The male is completely white, while the female is spotted with black. This way, she is less visible when nesting her young in a hole dug in the ground. Look at that. That must be the female, because there's a bunch of black little dots on her. So what a beautiful bird. And we see all the snow here. Beautiful purity. Okay, so we have the Joker coming through. Now this is just a bunch of playing cards here, but it's about plants. And this is Universal Edibility Test Part 2. So it's like a taste test, chew test. It's sort of a test to see if certain plants are edible or not. And the Joker could certainly symbolize the Fool, which is Aquarius energy. Okay, let's take 2, I feel here, new beginning. Okay, and we have the Northern Elephant Seal. This is funny, this came out in another reading I did, and I have tons of these cards for this to show up again. You could have resonated with that reading. This big seal owes its name to its size and weight, but also to its funny nose. The male forms a trunk that he uses to amplify his roars and asserts his dominating power. It spends 90% of its time in the water. A free diving champion, it can dive up to 20 to 30 minutes and reach depths of 1,800 meters, 5,900 feet, coming up to the surface to breathe for just 1 to 2 minutes. So again, in cold waters here. And we have the, I don't know how to say that. I think it's Haumea planet, or Haumea. So the Haumea is 7 light hours from the sun. It was discovered in 2004. This dwarf planet of the solar system is one of the trans-Neptunian objects. Like Pluto, Kuar, and Sedna, or Makemake, its orbit is therefore located beyond the planet Neptune. 2 natural satellites, Namaka and Hiiaka, gravitate around it, mainly composed of ice. Haumea rotates very quickly in less than 4 hours, which explains its elongated shape. Again, the coldness here. Okay, let me sit with this energy and get into your reading before we pull some tarot here and see what this is. You can certainly click on the timestamp. Will take you directly to the channeling. Okay, pile 1. You are in a situation here, I feel, with somebody that hasn't been going very good. I feel like someone might have not have been in their best behavior. Could have been acting quite childish, or in a way here that hasn't been jiving with your energy. Now, I do feel that this has been something that's you've already sort of gone through, but it could be, because we're reading in the next 7 days, that someone maybe acts out in a sort of an immature way here, or doesn't show their true colors. I think they act out in some way here that doesn't make you feel very good, okay? Although I feel like this might be something that's already sort of happened here with someone that you love. I do feel someone you love. So it could be a business partner, a co-worker, a best friend, a lover, a partner, someone, okay? But I feel like there's a deep sense of love here for this person who's disappointed. Okay, and I feel like they've disappointed because they're sort of acting beneath this connection, or beneath themselves in some way. And so I feel like there might be an initial response of tit for tat, or a triggering, okay, a triggering here within you that I feel is something that eventually will sort of turn into a deeper understanding of what is actually going on here between you and this person, which I think is creating a strengthening. Okay, so I feel like whatever this disagreement is, okay, whatever this disagreement is, I feel like there's a potentially a communication here, or saying things we don't mean, or someone said something hurtful, someone's acting below, just, childish. And I feel like you might have stooped to this level as well, okay? Or maybe you're the one who sort of acted out here out of a trigger or a trauma. You can flip the role here, okay? But I feel like this experience here is something that provides you with an opening here to see past this sort of behavior with this person. Okay, so I feel like this person is going to either come forward to apologize for their behavior, or you're going to see why this person has behaved the way that this person has behaved, enough for you to release any sort of misconceptions or hurt or trauma or pain here. Okay, so I feel like initial reaction here is to be defensive or guarded. I feel like this person has one belief or one thing, and you might have another that might contradict itself, or initially the conversation might be polarizing. But I feel like instead of both of you guys sort of battling it out, tit for tat, I feel like there is a transcending of this energy towards a better understanding of what's actually going on here. And why I feel this is coming up here is because this might be a common or a repeat thing with this person. Okay, not maybe necessarily this discussion, but how maybe your connection is with this person, or maybe a cycle within yourself of how you generally handle conflict. But I feel like this is a self-conquering of a cycle of how we would normally get triggered, how we would normally respond, what would normally happen here when we're sort of conflicted with someone's challenge or someone's behavior. And so I feel like we're breaking a cycle here. And so back to this Sacred Fallon shows the way. I feel like your love for this person, okay, for this person, this sort of path that I feel like you're walking on here is very guided to experience how to transcend any sort of traumas here, and triggering of how we would normally deal with certain people in our life, specifically obviously the ones we love here, to find a way to find peace within us through calming energy, to make the most here so that we can learn to change a situation from something that could be possibly cold, toxic, feel just very uncomfortable for us. And so I feel like this is a cycle, either with this specific person or a cycle within your own sort of growth and with the sacred self that Spirit was wanting you to identify and overcome here, so you can heal deep emotional traumas so they don't get in the way. Okay, and so I feel like this immediate message here is showing the blessing here, and the change is going to open a new sort of pathway here for you to manifest something differently than what you normally have. Because I feel like normally we could follow the same path to get the same sort of results here and not grow past and not strengthen, or just keep repeating cycles, staying sort of in the same energy. Or we can rise above to liberate ourselves from past traumas and situations here in order to gain something different for ourselves. And so I feel like the first instinct would be to be defensive and, like I said, to tit for tat or be guarded and fight against. But I feel like there's an opening here, an acceptance, an opening. Okay, and this allows there to be a growth here between you and this person, and deeper than that, it's a full understanding of how you can shift situations in your own life going forward, be it this person or anything else that poses a trauma or a trigger, or sort of triggers a trauma or reminds you of a trauma of the past here that might pull on a fight or flight sort of response from within you. So this is being very aware. This is being very present. This is being very conscious of your own actions here. And I think you choose happiness. You choose to show love. You choose the sweetness. You choose the heart. Okay? And I feel this manifests something new. And it will continue to manifest something new for you if we continue to shift how we engage in the world so that we can manifest different for ourselves instead of a struggle or a pull or a push and pull. And so I feel like we're slowly forming ourselves. So wherever we were stuck in a sort of cycle or a certain energy of who we were, who we thought we were, over time, with this sort of a acknowledgement, intervening sort of in your own energy before taking action and being responsive, I think you're slowly over time your shape, the shape of who you are energetically. Your energetic signature is misshapen, or it takes another shape, takes on a different shape. I don't know what the right word is, but I feel like it takes on another shape. You're slowly molding your energetic signature differently with your awareness, with your consciousness, with engaging different, responding different. And I feel like this experience with this person is sort of the catalyst to great change. Really connecting to a heart space here. And so I feel like this path that you've been guided on is to open your heart space. And so I feel like all the signs, symbols, synchronicities, and guidance you've been getting is to lead you into this greater awareness that you can manifest different for yourself, and you can engage in the world different with yourself. And I feel like it's through others, through relationship, through love, that we see this. And so I feel like we're transforming from who we were as maybe an unhealed or traumatized person based on experience and suffering, and rebuilding ourselves into someone who is in control of their own emotions, in control of their own responses, in control of their own actions. You can be accountable and drive change regardless of what anyone else is doing or saying here. So I do feel there's a new beginning here between you and this person because of this shift of energy, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's pull some tarot and just get a deeper look here at this message. This right here, right now, time sensitive. Now I think this is time sensitive because it could be that someone tries to press your buttons, or it could be that you're needing to take action in regards to how you respond to this person specifically, or this situation, because there's an opening here of a manifestation that I feel is pulling to you. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 1. Can we see a little deeper into this message for pile 1? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. What is this time-sensitive message from Spirit? Immediate guidance for the week ahead. We have the Fool, which we were certainly picking up from the Joker here, Aquarius energy, a new beginning. Beautiful. Look at this spiral. This is in pile number 2's charm. Interesting. Okay. Energy is all interconnected here. So we have Action of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So we were getting Pentacle from this. We have the Two of Swords. Okay. 2 feathers. 2 doors. Blue and green. And we have the Three of Cups. There's my reconciliation. Okay. And we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And we have the Action of Wands in reverse, Knight of Wands. And we have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Spirit of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. And she's in reverse. And right beside the Ace, the Ace of Swords in reverse here. Kind of symbolizing the same thing here for me. The Fool, under the Fool, we have the Two of Wands. So 2 of Wands, 2 swords. 2's pulling through again. I said it could be duality, partnership, and choices. So this message here is about a new beginning, is about a reconciliation. Okay, and I feel like we weren't seeing a greater truth. We weren't seeing beyond maybe what was going on in the material world here between you and this person that I feel was very much potentially matrixy or just insignificant here. Insignificant in the grand scheme of things here, because I feel like there is this energy of you sort of seeing beyond the immediate challenge and how this person might be engaging or what's going on here between you and this person, and getting in the way of a manifestation here of something worth having, worth planting. Okay, with the Knight of Pentacles, because this is all about us working through, moving through, and planting some sort of harvest here, and not getting in the own way of the harvest. Okay, because I feel like we might have been sitting here trying to understand a greater truth, how to act, how to respond, because we were getting 2 swords here from the 2 spears, and instead of maybe indecision, I felt like this was a crossroads or something stuck, because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so we were stuck, you know, and we could have been stuck because we had one understanding and the situation or the person we were dealing with could have had another understanding. 2 opposing sort of truths, 2 point of views. You know, we said one thing, the other person said another, and now we're stuck. But I feel like there's a reconciliation here and a celebration of a coming together, okay, in order for us to understand what it is that we don't see, for us to gain a better understanding of the truth, so we can be able to explore and move forward. Because I feel like we don't want to be stuck here anymore. There's been too much heaviness to carry. Too much heaviness to carry. I want to be right, or what I believe is true, and what you believe is wrong. So there's that duality. There's that polarization. And so if we were sitting in a energy of blocking or anger or confrontation, we just can't sit there like that no more. It becomes too heavy for us to sit sort of in our anger and our understanding. Okay, and now this doesn't mean that your understanding or experience with this person wasn't valid. I feel like you're just transcending past this sort of operating system of programming in order for you to choose different with the Two of Wands. You know, and again, like I always quote to the Dr. Phil, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? And here I feel like you want to find peace and happiness, to rise above any sort of situation here, to make amends. And it's kind of like with the child energy, you know, when we have a child that acts out, we don't start to act out with the child or stoop to its level. And we love it, we hug it, we give it unconditional love. And just because somebody is physically growing, does that mean we can no longer give them unconditional love and support? And yes, people should know better, right? But I think when we are walking a path of enlightenment, we don't pass judgment on what someone should know, you know, what they should know, or how they should act, or how they should be. And so I feel like there is this acceptance, and it shifts the energy, because especially if it is someone who should know better, it's showing this person a different way to express themselves, to communicate a healthy way. So I feel like beyond maybe releasing some of your own traumas, it provides emotional healing for someone else. You know, because if this child feels safe around its parents to cry or to express or to get angry, this is a healthy way for the child to express itself if the parent responds in a responsive way, rather than tells the child to be quiet and the parent wants to seek to understand, is more of a calming energy, not a combative energy. Okay, and this doesn't mean we let the child sort of have its way, but we say, child, I hear you, I love you, and I'm here, and I understand your feelings of frustration. You know, and the child acts differently, and over time the child understands how to handle its emotions. Because we might be dealing with someone who's sort of like this frog, you know, and here it's a slimy. So maybe it's an energy that's annoying, an energy that we don't like. You know, maybe someone here frog-like, which would be incapable of sort of, I don't know, being a prince here, this frog-like energy. So I feel like over time, the frog turns into a prince. Over time, an experience here that you might have with somebody will provide some sort of safety zone for this person to evolve, to shift, to come out of polarizing energy instead of this battling energy, you know, where maybe in the past we've always sort of not seen eye to eye, or we had difference of opinions, and we were stuck here, sitting here for some time, things very stuck, because I wanted to be understood. I wanted to be understood instead of seeking to understand, because what I wanted to understand is important, but not as important as me seeking to understand the love here of another, to really truly tap into this and let them know that I'm connected to them. And then I will find the answer that I need to know. And so this is a very profound lesson here. And I think over time, this relationship forms differently, shapes differently. We shape ourselves differently because we're very present with how we respond and how we support the people in our life that we love, not just this sort of situation. I think this might be the catalyst for sure, but I think the path now is very visible to us, that we are being called to be in this heart space of love for all of humanity, and not to be triggered, not to be in shadow, not see what is wrong with everyone and everything based on an experience, but coming from a place of how can I engage differently? How can I engage differently here, which is a true place of coming from our heart space. Okay, that's where we find the sweetness, and that's where we find the true manifestation here, through the love of others, love of self, from the heart, not from the mind or past experience, or seeking to find some information that can justify our beliefs. So I feel there is a new beginning here. Embodiment of Pentacles, that's the King of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. So yeah, I feel like the King of Pentacles is the most solid king here when it comes to building an empire, something long-term, when it comes to, you know, Pentacle realm, something solid. And I feel like things have been stopped or stuck, not being able to build the great empire here, something solid and reliable. And it could be in this situation with this person for ourselves, and feeling like, I don't know, blocked by the universe or stuck at this crossroads. But I feel like there is this reason to celebrate this new sort of engagement. The Tower in reverse, and look at, I'm getting this sort of triggering energy. So it's like the triggering happens, and we could allow ourselves to sort of give in to the triggering that we would normally give into. This person did something, said something, and I would normally just go into sort of trigger mode or response mode. And now it's like I'm not as impacted by the trigger, because true sort of peace and enlightenment, and I feel peace here with all the white birds, is us being able to control our emotions, rise above our emotions from a place of detached from the material world. Okay, not to be on a puppet string here, to be pulled by our emotions to the material world of reaction, but come in from a responsive place of being awakened to love. Okay, because the heart always knows how to respond in a way that's pure. The heart always responds in a way that's pure. It never responds in a hateful way. And it's always the right answer because it resonates with a greater level of truth. Okay, it's not covering up, it's not supporting an ego, it's not propping up a belief. It doesn't victimize, it doesn't blame, it doesn't shame. When we speak from the heart place, we don't have to think about it. It's natural and it flows. This is enlightenment. Okay, it's the same as what we feel for a child. And we could feel this for humanity, and it could start with the catalyst of one person here that we feel a lot of love for. But we can extrapolate this over all the people in our lives. You know, this true place of love, how we would respond to a child. It comes naturally. And those of us who are parents know this. We don't have to read from a book of how to respond when our child is hurt. You know, this comes naturally. It's just the parental sort of instinct within us that takes action. That's coming from a heart place. And when we tap into that on a bigger scale here, our life starts to shift. We start to manifest different things with different people. Okay? And it becomes about, how can I give of service? How can I be celebrating with others rather than be sort of at odds or at conflict? So, pile number 1, this is a beautiful reading. I hope this helped you, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, beautiful, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2, you guys picked the Sacred Sherpa Guides You Beyond. Card number 12, and the Charm of the Spiral and the Stemmed Rose. Absolutely beautiful. We'll get into your reading and what this means. What we're looking at is a time-sensitive message coming through from Spirit, okay, and immediate guidance for the week ahead. Now, I use the week ahead loosely because time is not linear, so this could be something that you're already dealing with or something coming in regards to what you'll be seeing in the next 7 days energetically, okay? So I do ask you, use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this messaging is right for you. Only you can do this. I cannot do that for you. And the best way to tune into this intuition is to go through the card layout, and I can help you to tap into your intuition if you're working through that. If you want, you can go straight away to the channeling, which I'll put a timestamp there as well for those of you guys wanting to get straight away to your channeling. Okay, so what are we looking at, this immediate message? Well, the Sacred Sherpa Guides You Beyond. This is all about someone coming in a form of a leader or help or guidance to help us overcome something that maybe had us stuck for quite some time. Okay, so we either get the financial support we need, or the understanding we need, or someone just guides us through what we're needing to be guided through. That could have been a place where we were hesitant to get to, or we just felt very stuck, or we were unable to sort of cross over to another way of being, another way of thinking, or to free ourselves from a situation that kind of kept us stuck. Okay, and so this is a beautiful energy of being shown how to pull our way through. And although there is another energy here, I feel like you get empowered to move through the help and the guidance of another here. Okay, you get shown the way. And so it is up to you to cross over these sort of tracks here to the other side. And I feel like it's been a place maybe where you've been stuck and doing circles, maybe not knowing a way out, you know, repeating the same patterns, potentially, same habitual things, unsure, very unclear of how to get out or what to do, very confused. You know, and here with the rose, this could certainly represent something in regards to romance, love with the rose here. Okay, but flowers are all about us blooming, and I feel like we could bloom, you know, we can bloom, we can focus on our own blooming here, our own growth, once we sort of are able to cross the other side. Because I feel like where you were at, there was an inability for anything to sort of grow, anything to bloom here. And so we had to sort of find our way out, or break out of whatever we were in order for us to be able to, I don't know, express, show, grow, the beauty to come out of the situation, or our own sort of beauty. And I don't know, maybe we were stuck where we were because we felt like we couldn't move forward, or the timing wasn't right, or we were waiting for the right time. But either way, now's the time. You're being shown the way, and you're heavily protected and guided. I do feel as though this is coming in human form, this guidance. Okay, this could be a teacher, a mentor, a friend. But we're certainly being shown the way out, which is beautiful. So let's take a look at this immediate time-sensitive message from Spirit for guidance for the week ahead. Beautiful pile too. So we have impasse, yeah. And I don't look at these at all, but this is exactly the energy I was feeling, like we were stopped, or we were stuck. So it could have been fear getting in the way, or uncertainty getting in the way, or just not seeing the way out. Unclear in the moonlight. We can't see a way out. You know, we can't see a way out in the forest. It's too dark. It's too confusing. We don't know up from down, left from right. The universe might have just blocked us, because in this card, this is the universe blocks us, because divine rejection is divine protection. And sometimes we don't like to hear this, but when we do get blocked by the universe, we have to find a new sort of path. We have to course correct, find a different way. And along the different route, or the different way, we end up encountering magical things that we would have never encountered. It is the right path, the path in which you're being guided. Because whatever path you are maybe trying to take, or wanting to take, or seeing to take, might have been not to the right time or the right path, which is why you might have been stuck. So we have Peacock. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. Yes, like I said, now we can be seen. Now our beauty can shine. We can grow. The situation can blossom. It could be authentically expressed or seen, accepted. This is a very prideful energy, but I mean, not in an egoic way. I'm feeling more of a, here's me in all my beauty, you know, here's me in my natural state of beauty that was suppressed or unable to come out because of the environment that I was in. Solar plexus, look at that. Manet Pura. So solar plexus is all about our confidence, you know, all about our confidence, being able to express ourselves confidently here. So it says the third chakra, meaning city of gems, the solar plexus, the sound ram, color golden yellow, symbol 10 petal yellow lotus flower. Rules: digestion and pancreas. The element of fire, so we have Aries, Leo, Sag. Vitality, determination, conscious action, and divine will. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So we have the runaway, secrets running from problems. And here we have a cage with the door open. More flowers. Here's the key to the cage. So keys are all about the knowledge, the information that might allow things to be freed or opened. Opening doors. Okay, we have the Miriam with sacred vision. These two twins and the lilies, white lilies, all about peace. It says, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Wow, this card's energy is connecting very strongly with pile 1. Although it didn't come out, but to the energy I'm feeling here. Very beautiful. Okay, so we have navigate. Beacons of light in the sky. Sorry, beacons of light in the night sky are there to guide you. Wow. Sacred Sherpa guides you. Look at that. Navigate. Being shown the way to guide you through. You're being guided. Pile number 2. No need to feel stuck no more here. Mercury, number 3. This is Virgo and Gemini. All about communication, expression. Okay, and then Quicksilver, 24, or the number 6. Quicksilver, this is all about being adaptable, sort of being formless. Look at the colors matching. Green and yellow, yellow being picked up by the solar plexus, and the green with the heart ray, which is the heart chakra. So we have maturity. Beautiful. Maturity. And the source. Wow. Sun energy coming through with all the yellow. Leo energy coming through with the source. Beautiful. We have breathe. The lungs made of foliage. We have simplify with the geometric shapes here. We have Phobos. 12 minutes from the sun. It was discovered in 1877, and the temperature is minus 40 degrees Celsius, which is minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Phobos is the biggest of the planet Mars's 2 moons. So the moon was being pulled through here. The second being Deimos. An impact is thought to have caused the formation of these 2 natural satellites. Phobos is very irregularly shaped and is only 27 kilometers long by 21 kilometers wide, 16.7 miles by 13 miles. Its low mass suggests that it may be partly hollow. Its small size would explain why, unlike the moon, Phobos has not developed a round shape over time. Here it is right there. Okay. We have divine guidance, you guys. I couldn't even have written this. Okay, guidance, being guided, being navigated, being shown the way. And look, we have the dragonfly, which is all about seeing through illusion, which we were talking about here. Okay, the frog, which is about clearing the clutter, getting rid of the noise, the distortion, releasing what we need to. There, divine guidance, being guided, divinely protected, self-love. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Oh my goodness, look at this stemmed rose. So many synchronicities pulling through this reading. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. So look at that. Maturity, you guys. Oh my goodness. You guys could probably channel this one yourself, I'm pretty sure. So we have rainbow transference. The bridge. Okay, rainbow's all about hope. It's about perspective as well, having various perspectives and diversity. Number 21 or the number 3. 3 is all about growth and the initial success. It's also Empress energy, which is all about abundance, coming into our own. Beautiful energy of love. Here we have a twister, 46, or the number 10, a twister. And this arrow is pointing backwards. Any Sagittarius energy, being pulled. So tower energy pulling through there. We have macaroni penguin. Oh my goodness. An Antarctic penguin is disguised by the crest of golden feathers it wears on its head. During the breeding season, they gather in large colonies that can number more than 100,000 individuals. At this period, it is particularly noisy and aggressive, unable to fly, but very good swimmer. It dives to more than 80 meters. That's 262 feet deep, and it covers an area extending over 100 kilometers, 62 miles. Wow, 100,000 individuals in colonies, okay. And then we have the Jack of Spades, which is either the page or the Knight of Swords in this playing card. It says desert environment, edible plants, cactus. So this talks about the different types of cactuses. Environment. Okay. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Let me sit here with this energy. You guys can click on the channeling and we'll get into what is your right here, right now, time sensitive message from Spirit. Okay. Pile 2. Wow, this reading, I haven't quite done one like this before in a while, and it's amazing the synchronicities if you were sitting through the card layout, how everything is sort of connected to itself. So definitely I feel as though you're heavily being almost picked up and guided to where it is that you're supposed to be going. And I say supposed to be, but it's really liberating you to be able to fully come out, express yourself, and be seen, because I feel like your situation here has been one that has been restricting. Okay, has been really restricting here. So people around you, your environment has been challenging. I feel like you've been trying to get out, trying to pull yourself forward, but I feel like it's been one that has been very difficult for you to sort of maneuver, for you to express an authentic part of self or be appreciated for who you are. And so I feel like you've experienced whatever you have here, but I feel like now is the time that you are being sort of pulled towards this new energy here that liberates and frees you from what you were feeling really stuck to. Okay, or wherever you were stuck, whatever was pulling you back, whatever was making you feel like you couldn't be seen for who you are or allow you the growth and support. Because I feel like whatever environment wasn't supporting or nurturing you to grow, so the fertilization in that ground was not fertile, it wasn't enough to support you and your beauty. Okay, and I don't feel like you were asking for a lot here. I just feel like it was where you were feeling like there was no way out, you know. And I feel like maybe you tried to make do. You've been trying, you've been doing circles, you know, but I feel like eventually there's this understanding, or the universe is pulling you out, saying you can no longer sort of stay in the same environment that has proven to you here that it's not the right grounds, the right environment to support your beauty. And so I feel like this new sort of place that is the proper grounds of fertilization here for you to develop to who you're supposed to be here. And I say supposed to be again loosely, but I feel like it is your authentic place of true expression, true beauty, true growth, feeling very liberated here in order to create something. Okay, like you're being reborn here. And so although we don't see anything here with rebirth, I feel as though you are sort of being supported in the rebirth that you've had. So said another way, I feel like you've been changing in your environment, but your environment has been one that's kept you sort of limited and stuck. And so the beautiful growth that you have had on self is now being reflected on the outside back to you. And so you're absolutely seen here for your beauty, and your truest form of self-expression can now be appreciated, supported. You don't have to feel like the outsider here. I feel like you find a place here where you can hang your hat, you can breathe, you can trust, you can relax. And I feel like this allows you to lean into the confidence here in self, because I feel like if we're in an environment here that makes us sort of second guess who we are or what we're about, or we have to be in a different way, I feel we start to doubt ourselves. But I feel like you've transitioned over to this new sort of place, or you're being guided towards this new place. Okay, and this new place is really supportive of your growth, all the changes you have had. So I feel like you find your soul community here that aren't stifling, that aren't all sort of the same. I feel like there's a support here of very unique people, very unique energy here supporting you. You don't feel threatened, you feel welcomed. You don't have to second guess, you don't have to be in your mind about it. I feel like you could just be yourself. And so as any sort of situation goes, in order to make way for new energy, we release things here that are getting in the way in order to simplify, to make space. So we start to see a greater truth, specifically when it comes to ourselves, because now we're being mirrored back a greater truth. And I feel like seeing this around you helps you to feel more at home, more confident, and allows you to be even more yourself and create the things here that you were always meant to sort of create, that the universe wanted you to create, but not in the environments that you were in, because it was stifling or limited, or not the right place. Not the right place to plant your flower, support your beauty. But now is the time. And this provides healing. It provides healing, and I feel like there is that energy that keeps pulling through here of the guide, you know, and it says divine guidance, but I believe it manifests its way in someone extending this off to you. And so I feel like you feel very blessed, you know, and it could be knowledge that comes to you through another, or is just downloaded here in a way of understanding. And so you can transition over to this other side here peacefully, gracefully, confidently, and not to be pulled back to dramas and old things here. Choose to forgive in order to heal. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. See the light in all, and I really believe it's your light, your beauty. Your light is shining here through the ability now to authentically self-express, to really be seen for who you are here in all your beauty by the people around you, and be supported, and to no longer feel threatened, to no longer feel stuck, to having to sort of navigate in a prickly sort of environment here, you know, not seeing the way out, or how to be, to work with certain people, or all that sort of going away here. Okay, and I feel with the key in this Mercury, it's information that is very visible to you, that you fully understand here. And look at these two sort of twins side by side. I feel like this guidance gives you support and strength to walk alongside of you as well as guide you. You know, but like I said, you're sort of the the one in charge. You know, although you are being sort of picked up and guided towards where you need to go, I feel like you're the one sort of taking charge of this sort of action by really sort of leaning into your own empowerment. You know, making the decision here to step forward, to cross the railroad track to the other side here, or the ground is more fertile. Let's see, Spirit, what is this message about for the week ahead? This time-sensitive message for beautiful pile number 2. What is this about? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Please protect me as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed, so grateful to be here. Doing your reading is so beautiful. We have the 7 of Wands, all the sharks in the water. I feel like with all the 100,000 of penguins here that are very noisy and all these sharks in the water, I feel like your environment, you know, the people in your environment are quite challenging here. 8 of Wands, there's that quick moving energy breaking out. So we have the 6 of Wands, victory. 7 of Swords, with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Let's pull one more. Why is this 6 of Wands here, Spirit? This is this week ahead, immediate, time-sensitive message. So we have the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. We have the World in reverse, and we have the Hangman and Justice. Libra energy, Pisces energy, Gemini energy. And under the under Justice, we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, hope you guys can see this. So, you guys are being righted, okay? I feel like things have been unjust. Things have been imbalanced in your world. And with the people you were dealing with here, if people weren't being fair, if things weren't just, the scales are balancing here. So I feel like your state of anxiety, you know, we were in the moonlight, we were sort of feeling very spirally here. I feel like we're coming out of this mindset, being liberated and freed, you know, because I feel like we've been navigating with the sharks. You know, people might have not have been completely upfront, or we felt like we had to keep to ourselves. We weren't sure how to express ourselves openly, honestly, you know, because we weren't sure of what the reaction would be. And so I feel like we're able to communicate a great truth now in order to break free from wherever we were here. Because I feel like we were really sort of stunted here in our own ability to do so, because there was a lesson of self-love. There was a lesson of healing self, feeling the confidence of self, filling one's own cup here in order to find our confidence, in order to find the success, you know. But I feel like we're walking into now an environment where we are appreciated by others. This is others sort of seeing our value, you know, celebrating us and our wins. And so I feel like with the Lovers here in reverse, we were on a path here trying to plant our flowers in a place where we really believed was our sort of path, where we might have needed to stay. But the universe puts sort of an impasse here, saying there's another way. There's another way, and this path was blocked. Whatever path you were trying to, I don't know, like trying to work with, trying to force, trying to make happen, I feel like it was blocked, and you were guided in a different direction, because we saw something completely different here with this Hangman. We were given the light to see something different here. With, I always get sort of different perspective from the rainbow with all the colors of the rainbow. It was handed to us. I don't know, maybe someone communicated something, maybe we saw something differently, but I do feel there's guidance here. You know, now we could see differently. We rise above our situation with the air balloons in order to see different. And here with the World in reverse, I feel like we can close out something that has been sort of left open. We needed to move out of, we needed to close the chapter, release with the Frog, so we can finally successfully conclude this chapter, find our way out of the spiral, you know, completely transform. because I feel you've been amidst this transformation for quite some time, but not able to sort of plant your roots, plant the roots for the flower to form. And so the butterfly is all about us transforming. And now I feel we're liberated. We're free here. We can close this chapter. And we've been given the information as sort of the key to set us free. So we can close out what we're needing to close out here, because I feel like we were feeling very, very trapped, in an unfair situation here. So I'm going to just pull final message for you guys. This is a beautiful message, pile number 2. Spirit, thank you so much for this beautiful message. Yeah, I feel like the situation just comes to a natural conclusion for you to flow out of it, with this maturity. I feel your energy is primed. Your lessons have been sort of done here. Like, the natural thing here is for this to close out, for there to be a new beginning. Spirit of Cups, that's the Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is this final message for pile number 2? And we have the High Priestess in reverse, Pisces energy. So strong Pisces. Wow. I do feel like we're going to be using all these. 8 Swords. 4 of Cups. 3 Pentacles. There's the Hangman again. Synchronicity. The 4 Swords in reverse. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And the 5 Pentacles in reverse. And the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And under that, we have the 7 of Wands showing up again. So, pile number 2, we almost had to defend ourselves and fight for our beliefs here in an environment that we didn't feel comfortable. And I feel like we're now able to work in the long-term environments, the environments that we can plant our roots with this 10 Pentacles, something very solid and stable. Because I feel like wherever you were emotionally invested in here has been something that has left you feeling emotionally unfulfilled, can no longer sort of express yourself emotionally, support yourself in your beauty and your true authentic emotions to come out in whatever environment. So we're now being able to come together with the right people, the right environment, the right thing to plant something. Okay, and I feel like we weren't seeing it. We couldn't find our way out. The universe had to block us so that we could start to see our way through where we were needing to go by giving us a whole new perspective, guiding us out, freeing us from any sort of mindset here that was keeping us stuck and limited. And here we have the synchronicity. So this is definitely about the right people, the right timing, the right things coming in to show us the way. Okay, everything's sort of happening and getting aligned here in order to free us. And so I feel like wherever we were feeling, just like, look at this black and white. Our environment wasn't fostering the beautiful growth of our beauty, letting our light shine, which is all about, the peacock was being able to express ourselves in all our glory and beauty, to be seen. We were needing to, or we were feeling like we were having to be watered down, or we weren't being seen for our true colors and beauty. And look at this beautiful deer. Deer is a very gentle energy here, and so I feel like it wasn't emotionally doing it for you with the 4 Cups and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, it wasn't doing it for you here, and I feel like it's taken you time to sit in that energy and want to just find a way to pull yourself through this. And so if you've been meditating, praying, asking for guidance, if you've been seeing signs, symbols, synchronicities, you're now understanding it, what it's been trying to say to you to pull you out of this 5 Pentacle energy, pull you out of the imbalance. Because I feel like with the Justice and the showing up in your last round, it was something that was very unjust, not giving to you, not allowing you to find balance. And so we're feeling very left out. Okay, but it's turning to this beautiful 10 Pentacles. something we can rely on, something we can build on, something we can truly express ourselves. And I feel like other people are supporting us here, lifting us up rather than making us small. So here the hands kind of, you know, making us feel small, not seeing our true colors. And here, look how colorful this is, and the hands are propping up. Difference in energy. You're being propped up. Okay, you're being propped up and supported. And I feel like it's been a while since you've been supported, since you could give your full sort of love here towards a situation here without having to feel like you had to be defensive or guarded, or certain beliefs about how you had to be, or feeling safe enough to do so, not swimming with sharks. Someone who actually supports you and wants to work with you to create. Okay, and I feel like we see things completely different here, because now we've been guided. We're blessed enough to cross over this obstacle, this hurdle, this way of being, this situation, this environment that had us feeling like we couldn't be ourselves, or our beauty couldn't be supported and seen. You know, our true expression wasn't seen. We were shoved down or watered down, and it could have been because of our own belief that we had to be there, or we needed to heal, we needed to play small. So we have the confidence. I feel like this experience is one that sees you mature into this beautiful, confident energy here of being empowered and creating something beautiful with another here. You know, something long-term, something very solid, because you're free. Pile number 2, you are free, not pulled back to old things here. So this is what I have. Beautiful, beautiful. Pile number 2. I hope this resonated for you, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, hello, my beautiful, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3. You guys picked the grace in full flight, the beautiful music note, and the frog charm. We'll get into this energy right away. And what are we looking at? Well, I asked Spirit here to provide you with information that was being pulled through as a download here, as an immediate, time-sensitive message that you were needing to hear, and guidance for the week ahead, or just detailed information about the week ahead here. Now, I use the week ahead very loosely because energy isn't linear or fixed. Okay, so this could be something you're experiencing now. Be something coming in the next 7 days, 10 days. It could be in the next 2 days. Okay, so use your own intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear, to determine whether this pile, this messaging is right for you. Only you can do this. Best ways to sit through the card layout with me to tap into the intuition. Okay, if you're trying to strengthen it. And if you want, you can go straight away to the channeling of this reading. If you feel that you are in tune with your intuition, then I will put a timestamp there to get into your reading and take a look at what that's all about. Okay, but I can't promise you that there might not be some messages that pull through here that are very specific to your reading through the card layout. So, in all of that, let's go back to this energy. So, this is a beautiful, beautiful energy with grace in full flight. This is about us being in our full power, us being unstoppable, us accomplishing exactly what maybe we've been either trying to accomplish or trying to get off the ground. And so we are unstoppable. Okay, unstoppable in this energy. And so our feet aren't even touching the ground here. Okay, so sometimes there might be a need to get grounded. Okay, we could be finally seeing results in something we've been invested in. And so in order for us to remain sort of in an energy to help support it, we might need to sort of get grounded here. But it isn't an unstoppable energy because we're finally pulling through something here and seeing the results and the manifestation of something that we've been working on. So, music note. This always gives me, you know, like our own individual sort of music, our own sort of individual expression. And I do get a lot of happiness being pulled through this music, because music is always a time to celebrate, to tap into a true, authentic sort of emotion that is pulled from within us when we're listening to music. It is a natural state that is only sort of brought up and experienced through music, you know, that we can connect with this part of self here. that just comes out sort of naturally. I feel like something's being pulled out of you very naturally here. And so it could sort of take a hold of you where, again, our feet don't touch the ground. You know, our feet don't touch the ground. And so this little frog here looks like it's leaping. So although the frog generally would mean, you know, us clearing out certain things, people and distortions and situations that we need to release in order to make way for the new, could mean cleansing of the old. I'm feeling really this sort of leaping over a lot of obstacles here that you've had to leap over. You know, like you've had to really leap over, and maybe you've had to do a lot of cleansing, detaching, releasing of certain things that might have been getting in the way. But I feel like what's coming through as well is nothing is getting in your way. And if it's an obstacle, I feel you're really able to find a way to get over it. It's no longer an obstacle, you know. So things that might have appeared as obstacles, or things that you could look as being stuck, I feel like you no longer are stuck by the same things. The same things that might have once held you back no longer hold you back. You're now leaping over them in order to find a way. And I feel like you're really being pulled to the love of something, or a natural expression of self being pulled through here in order to experience something here. It's really pulling at you. Wow, this is a beautiful energy. Let's see everything that pulls through here then. Remember to use your intuition. What you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging feels right for you, okay? So we have the blue heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. So this is speaking our own song, you know, singing our own song regardless of what other people might want us to say. And we have the inner guidance with 24, being led by our inner guidance. Hridaya Mudra, and it says insight, self-compassion, and safety. Focus. I listen openly and honor the voice of my heart. Yeah, you're really being pulled by something here that really speaks to your heart. Wow, inner guidance. Look at all this green, very similar colors pulling through the blue heron. We have the scales of justice, Libra energy. Look at that, 33. Reproduction, creativity, humor, Christ consciousness, joy, and harmony. We have pink roses or flowers. I don't know if those are roses. They look like roses. Well, that one doesn't, but pink flowers. Scales of justice. And we have the Atlantic puffin. A well-rounded body, multicolored beak, and orange feet make this North Atlantic bird easily identifiable. It lives on the high seas, fishing underwater and floating when it sleeps. During the nesting season, it forms colonies on rocky shores and cliffs, carrying dozens of small fish in its beak to feed its only chick. One thing here, your baby. You're one driver. I feel like you're really pulled by this one thing here. Wow. Something you've really been giving to, I feel. Really been giving to here. It's taking off. Okay, the two of diamonds, which is two pentacles. Okay, twos are all about balance, duality, and choices. This is the playing cards of the edible wilderness. And we have coastal environment, edible plants with seaweeds. So this talks about the different types of seaweeds, grass, moss, kelp, sea lettuce, purple laver. So what is edible, what isn't? Natural, okay. Seaweed, two pentacles. We have two swords now, or two spades. And this is surviving without food. So here we have seaweed that we can eat, or identifying which seaweed we can eat. And here's about surviving without food. A healthy adult can survive between 21 and 60 days without food. Wow. Remember, this is not guidance for what you need to do, but is being pulled through here in the survival guide of the edible wilderness. Two Swords is sitting at a crossroads. Need to potentially take action or make a decision, or sitting there trying to find balance, or... Okay, we have Neptune. 4 light hours from the sun. Discovered in 1846. Neptune was the first planet to be discovered through mathematical calculations and not by observation. Closely resembling Uranus due to its blue color. Interesting, we have the blue heron. Blue is the throat chakra, all about self-expression. Okay. Closely resembling Uranus due to its blue color and dimensions, this ice giant is 8th planet of the solar system. It travels all the way around the sun in 164 years, and its atmosphere features violent winds blowing up to 1,000 kilometers, which is 621.3 miles per hour. Wow. Well, Neptune's the ruling planet for Pisces. Okay, Neptune's a very dreamy energy. It's like dreams coming true. Like I said, your feet aren't touching the ground. Your feet aren't even touching the ground here. Wow. Okay, and we have Jupiter. Oh my goodness, you guys. We know this immediate message. Jupiter's abundance. Okay, we were getting that from the fish. Fish is all about abundance. Material abundance, wealth. I feel like the abundance here is the thing you were trying to get to. The largest planet of the solar system, this giant gaseous planet is made up of hydrogen and helium. Visible from Earth, it appears yellow-orange with a large red spot that results from intense meteorological phenomena spinning at high speed. It completes a full rotation in less than 10 hours. It pulls more than 60 satellites along with it as it moves. It was discovered in negative 3,500. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. But Jupiter is the ruling planet for Sagittarius and Pisces. So we have Pisces pulling through twice. If your sun isn't in Pisces or a heavy prominent Pisces in your chart, Pisces is certainly the energy in this reading, which is a very dreamy energy I'm feeling here, you know, poetic, creative, intuitive. Wow, driven by love, inspiration. So we have enlightenment with this beautiful yellow, right, which is all about our solar plexus. Enlightenment is beauty. Look at this child looking at this person here, or this enlightened being, this guru. Enlightenment. We have the boar, pig. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Look at that. Well, we're feeling about obstacles in this frog. Okay, boar could be a very stubborn energy, very fixed energy, relentless. So if we're the boar, we're relentless. Okay, so the enchanter, deception and trickery. So 7 swords energy pulling through this one. And we have Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and astral realm. Wow. Venus, Taurus, Libra energy. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. We have replenish. The sun will rise and we will try again. Okay. We have autumn. So autumn is all about the harvest. Autumn is where things might be dying off here after a long period of time, after a summer period here. So we have card number 19. 19 is the sun in the tarot. And we were talking about the sun rising again. Sun will rise again. And the sun is the most joyous card in the tarot, which I was really feeling from this energy of your feet not touching the ground, full of joy. And it's also Wheel of Fortune energy. And the 9 plus the 1 is the 10. And Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. Abundance, great abundance, which is luck and prosperity. Wow, this is some big energy pulling through here, you guys. So we have projections, number 7. So I was getting a 7 swords here. So 7 pulling through twice for me. Okay, 7 is about reflection and faith and understanding. Projections. And we have celebration, number 3. 3 cups energy. And we have success, number 6. And this is giving me 6 of wands energy, which is also celebration. Achievement, success, being celebrated, victorious. It's riding this tiger, courage. Okay, and we have trust, high-fiving. And we have final security. Oh my goodness, final security. Final? Financial. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at this. I'm like, what does final security mean? Set for life is kind of what I felt. Financial security. So we're getting that that abundance with the fish. But I'm still feeling that final resting place of security. I feel like you're reaching this milestone of security. Like the harvest is really coming in here. What you've worked so hard for. And you are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Look at that. I'm getting 1 wand, which is the Ace of Wands, which is true inspiration and passion. Inspired. What by that one thing again? I'm feeling the one thing. That one thing that's been driving you here. Puppet 48. And this puppet has a star, had stars about our wishes. You know, attaining our wish for the future, our desires and our hopes. This is the intuitive eye. So it's like a knowing. Maybe we haven't seen it, but a knowing about what it is that we want. And feeling potentially really limited. You know, limited in how we could get there or how we could attain what we wanted here with the puppet, or being very pulled by this thing, you know. Number 12 or the number 3 coming through again. Okay, so let me sit with this energy. You guys can click on the timestamp to take you to the channeling. Pile 3, we'll pull tarot to get more sort of layer here, but a bulk of what this is coming through. And so we're looking at this time-sensitive message from Spirit and the week ahead and what you're sort of needing to know. So this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. I feel like you've really been guided and pulled by one thing, your thing. Okay, your thing that you've been really, 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 really focused on. It's giving you reason to fight, to believe, to sort of keep going. And you've been at it and at it and at it. And the rooster's about to come home to roost, but in a positive way. Because I feel like this is you attaining exactly what it is that you were been really, really wanting to work on towards. Okay, and you feeling just blown away. Like I said, your feet don't even touch the ground here. You're so high. Okay, and I feel like things that might have gotten in the way in the past, you're able to either leap over top of them. They're no longer obstacles. Go right through them. Okay, but I feel like the abundance is coming in here, but I feel like it's only the beginning. Okay, I feel like it's only the beginning. I feel like there is more. And so I feel like the message here is for you to remain grounded, because this is just the beginning of your rewards. But I feel like you've been really, really pulled by this inner strength, inner guidance, inner resilience. Okay, despite all the obstacles, everything that could have put you on a different path. Maybe you had no believers, maybe just you had no support, but your own sort of inner guidance, and that's maybe of spirit. Okay, and so I feel like you're really aligning here, like really aligning here to receive something absolutely beautiful here. Okay, but I feel it also connects you closer to the divine. And so although there's this physical attainment, you know, with the financial security that I was picking up as final security, because I feel like this is your resting place. What's going to provide you with financial abundance for potentially the rest of your life here. Now, you don't have to peg yourself to one sort of stream of income, but I feel like this is your main source of income, of where you can plan to your retirement here financially, materially. Okay, but I feel like this is all because of this one focus, this your one baby here that you've been believing in, that might have not have been producing. And so this is producing for you this abundance, but I feel like at the same time you're aligning to something greater than this, with a truth being revealed in the astral realms of this enlightenment. Okay, feels very dreamy here with all this Pisces energy, Pisces, Neptune energy, Jupiter, all about abundance. I'm going to grab what I just knocked over, because it is your tarot card, which is the Six of Cups. You guys, I just knocked this over. We will pull tarot, but I feel like this is talking about our inner child, you know, and the inner child here is something we're really connected to. So this is always talking about a person, place, or thing of the past, and the past could be, you know, a soul connection to something that calls to us, like this music note. We really are connected to, you know, a soul person, a soul creation, a soul vision, what we always wanted to do as a child, our gift as a child that might have needed to be revealed or understood or taken off the ground, is finally taken off the ground. You know, that soul tribe that we've been in search for, that we knew was out there, but we couldn't sort of get there, is now becoming visible here with this beautiful manifestation coming into harvest, that we can actually connect with these people, you know, our soulmates that we've been wanting to sort of engage with and be able to sort of plant a future material abundance with, is coming to fruition here. Whatever the thing is here, whatever the thing here is. And I feel like we've had many sort of attempts. I'll put this one back, the Six of Cups, see if it comes out again. But we've had many attempts, I feel, and we might have failed, or we had a lot of obstacles. And I say failed. There's no failing. It's more of, it never really manifested. It never really was visible. We couldn't enjoy the fruit of the tree until now. And so I feel like we kept trying because of our belief. But I feel like, and what I'm getting here from the sun will rise and we will try again, I feel like there's a gift that keeps on giving to you, and that you don't have to eat all the fruit or all the abundance right now, because I feel like there's so much joy here. You might feel as though if you take your foot off the gas, it will dissipate or disappear. And that's not true. The sun will rise again. And this is something that is lasting for forever in your life, I feel here. There is no need for you to feel a threat. Okay, and I feel like the connection you make here to your higher self, to spirit, to tapping into greater truth, some sort of astral realm here. I don't know if it's your ancestors, your guides, but I feel like that doorway is open for you to have a constant sort of communication, or a visible flow or stream of information that comes to you because you've connected to this. I feel like for a lot of you guys, there was an inner understanding, an inner belief, an inner vision, an inner knowing that wasn't manifested on the outside just yet. And so we might have been sitting here still in this dualistic with the twos, the inner self, the inner understanding and then the outer world, or what we were witnessing, I feel like are merging together. I feel like we can trust what we experience and know on the inside to reflect what is going on the outside. And so I feel like we're being celebrated by those around us. We're being seen by those around us. So there is this recognition, being celebrated, enjoying what we've sort of accomplished and worked hard for, that we've been able to overcome many obstacles or get through many obstacles here with our persistence. And so I feel like where things might have been really heavily imbalanced, they're now imbalanced the other way towards you, because I feel there's an overabundance here. Overabundance. Okay, like you're really being gifted, you know, and like this tree is going to produce a lot of fruit. So one person cannot eat all the fruit of this tree. And so I feel like your tree, what you've planted, what you've worked on, is going to create a lot of abundance for other people to celebrate, to see is joyous here. And I feel like you are sharing, because you don't need all this fruit. This fruit will go to waste if it isn't appreciated or enjoyed by others. And so I feel like we weren't seeing in front of us with this deception, trickery, which was getting 7 swords. And so we could have fell victim to believing what it was that we seen with our eyes and giving up and losing hope. When we had the first obstacle here, being controlled by our environment. But I feel like we knew something greater here. We had a vision of something here. We wanted to attain greater. And so we weren't letting the projections or experiences of the past, or what it was that we were seeing in front of us, sort of dictate what it was that we were going to manifest or attain for ourselves, because we knew there was something greater. And I feel like you're constantly giving to this thing, either energetically or just feeding it, fertilizing it, watering it, feeding it, feeding it. And I feel like we could have been feeding it for some time, not knowing whether what we were feeding it was something that was going to ever take, with this seaweed here and surviving without food. Because I feel like you've been surviving without the abundance. You've been surviving without it giving back to you in some sort of way. And now it's giving back to you completely. Okay, but I feel like you've been really, really led by your internal love and guidance of what this makes you feel like. It ties back to your inner child there with the 6 of Cups. And you're so in this beautiful energy of, floating. I feel you're floating with joy. Wow. Okay. I don't generally read like this, but this is the energy pulling through here. So let's see. Spirit, for pile 3, this beautiful reading. Anything pile 3 is needing to know right here, right now, in regards to this message. The week ahead, this time-sensitive message that they're needing to know right here, right now. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm so blessed to be here doing this reading. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed, so grateful to be here doing this reading. You'll have to let me know. Life force energy. Wow. It's how everything's interconnected. How things are given life here. How things are given life and are interconnected. The greater purpose to life. Oneness. So we have the devil in reverse. Yeah, we're like freed from the devil. We're no longer being sort of butting up against obstacles. We're leaping over what might have been holding us back, with our persistence here. And it could have been a very stubborn energy that we had to overcome here. We had to overcome the devil. 7 Pentacles. This is this harvest. We were giving to something that wasn't sort of producing. You know, it never produced. We might have had to really give to it for quite some time without attaining anything at all. Supporting it, watering it, caring for it. Why is this life force energy here, Spirit? We have the sun in reverse. Look at that. The sun will rise and we will try again. This is all about the sun rising because it's in the reverse. So for me, the sun's a very positive, the most positive card in the tarot. And when I pull it, it highlights all the positivity in all the cards around it and sort of waters down any of the more negative energy or shadows. And so whether it's upright or reverse, it's a very positive card because the sun is the sun. The sun is the sun, regardless if it's in reverse or not. But I feel like this is about delayed happiness, you know, like the delayed happiness. The harvest never came. And we sort of sacrificed our time or energy, or we had a belief in something here that never really revealed itself. It wasn't shown to us. And so I feel like the sun is coming. The blessing is coming. We're now enjoying this beautiful energy of the sunlight. And I feel like whatever sort of devil energy we were stuck with or had a hold of the situation not being able to move is now being freed, is being released. So we have Capricorn and Leo energy. Why is this devil in reverse here, Spirit? And look at this beautiful white horse. Horses are all about empowerment. Okay, when we measure sort of the engines on vehicles, we talk about horsepower. It's the power, empowerment. It's also about freedom. Horses are also very intuitive creatures. This is a white horse. Lots of white animals coming through my readings lately. Okay, and white to me is all about purity, consciousness, truth, authentic self. And so there's like a liberating freedom here, an empowerment arising. Why is this devil in reverse here, Spirit? I just heard passion, and certainly the devil's light attribute is all about passion. All about passion. So we have the Emperor. Look at that. We're talking about horsepower, getting empowered. Okay, the Emperor, divine masculine energy, taking charge, being empowered, creative energy, Aries energy, driven by our passions. Wow, okay. Seven of Pentacles. Why is this here? Action of Cups. The Knight of Cups. So, our passions, our love of something, someone, our creative energy. This is pulling through. This is us expressing our love, showing how we feel, being empowered, giving love, the sun rising, absolute joy, contentment in an area that's taken some time that we've had to care for, nurture. It could be a nurturing of self, connecting with a part of self. Maybe there was an unhealthy part of self, or the situation was stuck, or we felt stuck by something. We needed to see through something here that might have been an illusion of self. Okay, with the Seven Swords here, deception, trickery. This is devil's all about deception and trickery. It might have had a hold, you know, and it could have pulled us in a different direction, but I feel like we break free from this. And because we're seeing projections, it could be a way that we could have been. Okay, a way that we could have been that could have had us sort of feeling stuck or having control over us with this puppet and this devil. And so we're breaking free. We're breaking free from the control, whether it was from within us or external, because we are in control here. We are in control here. And I feel like this beautiful energy coming through that hasn't yet come through is going to shine the light on all of this. Okay, is going to shine the light on all of this, and you'll finally see and celebrate, be victorious here. And we have the embodiment of swords. This is the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and under that we have the present moment. Beautiful card about being conscious, aware in the present moment. And so the King of Swords is all about the mind, strategy. And look at this beautiful blue butterfly. So I feel like the devil, the illusion, and this puppet projection could have come from the mind. Okay, a belief or an understanding potentially that was sort of dictating potentially something here we had to overcome. Okay, it could have been many obstacles we had to overcome. Like I said, the obstacle could have been an external or could have been an internal. And so I feel like we were having to get through a greater truth of understanding here. And the greater truth with the blue here is our true self-expression. What we truly feel for, you know, our emotions, what we care for, what we love, in order to get empowered. Okay, in order to communicate our truth, express it, show it, and be in the present moment. Because the present moment has nothing to do with the past experience with this projection. So we can either let the past dictate or the past, dictate. Or install fear or make us believe certain things, you know, get in our mind. And we don't want to be dictated by passing things here. We want to be in the present moment. We want to be led by authenticity, you know, authenticity transform into this beautiful ability to express ourselves authentically, what pulls from the heart, and be empowered to do this so we can detach and release ourselves from any sort of mindsets or things that were keeping things very stuck. So the scales are now tipping in your favor here, okay? And I feel like you've been giving to a situation here for some time that wasn't producing. And it could be that you were always trying to overcome some sort of part of self here that you weren't quite able to connect with or understand or overcome. So, Spirit, what is this final message? Anything I'm missing? Any final words for pile 3? Any questions they might still have? Anything they're needing to know about this beautiful, time-sensitive message right here, right now? And about the week ahead. So this is beautiful energy. If this is something that hasn't yet come to fruition, this is what you can expect here. And I guess the time sensitive here is we could be struggling with something that still hasn't completely shown up, you know, with the sun in reverse. We still haven't experienced the joy just yet. And so Spirit is saying, hey, you're not alone. This is happening. You know, this is happening. Don't give up. Be resilient here, because this is about to happen. The harvest is about to happen here. And you're going to be over the moon here. This is grace in full flight. So we have the Empress. Oh my goodness, you guys. We have the Emperor, the Empress, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. This is all about abundance. Okay, and we were feeling it again with the fish and the Jupiter. Big energy. Beautiful energy. And so the elephant to me is taking me back to childhood, because it's all about a memory. You know, things we can't forget with the elephant. And we saw the 6 cups flying out that I hit off the top of the deck earlier. So something about the childhood, you know, our inner child, our past lives, something really connected to our soul that we haven't forgotten, that we're connecting with, connecting to. Great love here with the Empress energy. Taurus energy. Something we might have had to heal in regards to self-love. Okay, and with projections here. It could have been a challenge we've had, or a situation of the past we had, an experience of the past that was devil or was keeping us blocked. So we have the Action of Pentacles in reverse. That's the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Stuck energy. 6 of Swords in reverse. Stuck energy. Very, very stuck. Stuck in 5 Swords. Unable to move. Unable to have the harvest, to plant anything. Feeling very stuck. And here we have the embodiment of swords coming out again. And this is the King of Swords. And this is the mind, being strategic, being logical, coming up with an action plan, or potentially being stuck in the mind of an understanding and need to sit with a greater truth, maybe a greater truth of self-expression, to be able to express and communicate self openly and take action on what we want to communicate that's aligned with our true authenticity. Something about your true music is your true inner sort of expression. Something you really feel pulled to and connected to here. Okay, I need to act on it, to express on it, not to be in the mind about it, or to feel controlled by your external circumstances, because I feel you felt very stuck, like things weren't moving. 7 of Cups, beautiful energy in this regard, because this is our wishes or fantasy, you know, the Neptunian energy coming through. It's like we never dreamed we could attain this thing with the 7 of Cups. The thing we fantasized about could never come true. How do I make this a reality? How do I speak a truth about this? So there's a need to choose wisely, and we have all the 2s here, 2 swords and the 2 pentacles, and that's having to make a decision, having to choose to talk and walk a truth here, to choose the cup, to not stay in sort of a foggy energy or an energy of confusion, but to choose a decision here that brings this fantasy into a reality, or this wish into something that you can see in front of you, rather than just sort of a hope, you know, rather than something you can't attain, the abundance. Life force energy showing up again. I'm going to read this for you guys, okay, just because it's come up twice now. Let me get the book. It's not very long, but I feel like it's come up twice now for a reason. So life force, oh my goodness, look how that happened. Okay, so keywords: energy, healing, feeling connected, vibrancy, the essence of life. Oh my goodness, is totally what I was feeling and having a very hard time expressing that with this at the beginning. Okay, look at that. The essence of life, the prana, the chi. Okay, so how many times am I going to drop it? So that was the inner pulling here to something that you have very strong. So it says, the universe, Linda, the universe is made of energy. The trees, water, animals, rocks, and even your thoughts and emotions are energy. Life force energy is the essence of life that flows through all living things. When you experience huge events that impact you deeply, your life force energy pathways can become blocked or sluggish, which can lead to illness, depression, and even disease. If you've been feeling drained lately or are lacking the creativity you usually have, it's time to recharge your energy field. Process unresolved emotional issues and ask for help when you need it. Consider booking an emergency healing session with a local practitioner. Pulling this card may also be a loving suggestion from your guides that you should take a Reiki, Unity field healing, or integrated energy therapy class. There are many other energy healing modalities to learn as well. If you've considered trying these things out in the past, perhaps now is the time to dive in. So it talks about a chipmunk in this card, because there you see the chipmunk with, it looks like fire coming out of its butt. And it says, full of personality, chipmunks dart around the forest, balancing important tasks in playtime. They are cute, adaptable, diligent, serve an important role in our ecosystem, spreading spores and seeds wherever they go. They represent energy and activity. One moment you see them, the next moment they disappear, almost as if they're transported themselves to another realm. When they do appear in your path, they are reminding you to enjoy life to the fullest and be your authentic self. So here you see all this interconnectedness, okay, between the trees, the water, the chipmunk. And so I feel like there's an experience we had, and it's become very clear to me here. The experience we had was something from within, I feel, that was limiting us from attaining something here that we had to overcome, maybe several times in different ways. But I feel we're really overcoming this thing. We're really able to overcome this thing in order to align ourselves to achieve what it is that we haven't given up on. And I feel I've read for this energy before here. I mean, you could still be new to this channel and, you know, resonate with this reading, but I feel like I've been reading for this energy for some time. This message of overcoming this, you know, this internal sort of devil, this thing that needed to sort of be overcome. And I feel like we finally get there, because we're no longer wanting to feel stuck, no longer sort of okay with the harvest not coming in. And we've been really, really trying to align with our spiritual self, with this enlightenment and this downloads and understanding, in order to overcome this part so we can express a greater part of self here. 8 of Pentacles, look at that. Now, this is all about the dedication, determination, which I was feeling from the boar. You know, the tenacity, resilience. This is also about us having the expertise to accomplish something, the know-how. With the Emperor, we know how to do it. And we know how to do it. And it's also the Pentacle realm, which is the financial security, or the coming into the ethers. So it doesn't have to be material sort of financial gain so much as tangible progress that we see here. It's not a wish or a dream. It's not a faraway star of a hope, of an idea. I feel like we've been working with whatever here in order to see it in front of us. And so it could be the dream home, the dream relationship, the dream coming true in front of you, that home, that person, that job, you know, that abundance. But I feel it's so connected to this thing that really ties you back to a passion and a call within you. Like it says, I feel like it's your true authentic self calling to you, it's pulling you towards this thing, to achieve this thing, you know, and not letting your challenges, your traumas, and your experiences of the past sort of dictate what sort of actions you would take here. So we have the World in reverse, and I feel this one came out, I think, for pile number 2, but I'm not 100% certain. But the World is all about a successful conclusion of a cycle here. Okay, and all the butterflies are talking about transformation and freedom, which we were getting from the white horse, being liberated, being transformed, a bunch of monarch butterflies. So I feel like it's been time. We've been trying to close out a very important cycle, which I feel like we've been guided by our ancestors, and we've been working with spirit and the divine. We've been receiving information from the divine, from our inner self, and how to navigate. Okay, and I feel like we're finally finding a way through this. And we can celebrate this. But there is a message here about allowing yourself to get grounded, not to get too carried away here, because we could certainly be just really, really, really over the moon here. Really over the moon here, okay? And I feel like there is a congratulations here to you, because I feel like this isn't just fall from the sky. This has been a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to just pull some guidance here for you, because I do feel there's maybe one more sort of message here in regards to guidance. For pile 3, is there any guidance for pile 3? Anything they should know? Spirit, clear and concise message for beautiful pile 3. Thank you so much for this beautiful message. Get that Spirit of Wands. That's the Knight of Wands. Beautiful sunflower. And the black cat. We have the Emperor, self-empowerment. We have the Action of Pentacles, now in the upright. And we have the 4 Pentacles. And we have the 5 of Swords. And under that, we have the Death and the Rebirth. Wow. Okay, so Death and Rebirth is giving me that World card. Okay, which was something concluding. And it's a successful conclusion with the Death and Rebirth. It's the monarch butterflies. We were seeing about the transformation. Okay, so Scorpio energy, but in order for there to be a rebirth, which it says right on this death card, which is all about giving birth, okay? And when we give birth, either for the first time or, I guess, rebirth, we have to know when to push and know when to sort of hold, okay? Because we're not pushing the whole time. We're not pushing the whole time here with the boar, okay? So the guidance here is we have to know when to be held back and when to sort of push, okay? And I feel like we're learning about sort of finding a right balance here. When we're supposed to push, when we're supposed to sort of maintain still energy, because we're not constantly in push mode and we're not constantly held back. We have to allow nature to take its course here. So I feel like we've been very challenged here with this rebirth, with this transformation that was happening from within us. And having to learn maybe when to allow things to move forward, when to allow shifts to happen. Because I feel like we were dealing with some barren land here. You know, look at how barren this is. So there was no fruit. Okay, the harvest here, something we've been wanting to harvest. And so I feel like we're successful with the trophy, the Six of Wands, the celebration. Like, we're successful in this transformation. Things move forward, okay, because we're empowered. We take action. We take agency of our own sort of ability to act on things here in order to see it through and stay dedicated to it. And I feel like we've always been pulled and inspired by this thing passionately with this Knight of Wands. And we no longer get stuck in sort of a mentality here of having to think things through so much so that we start to project. But the Knight of Wands sort of just takes action based on its passion. Goes with the flow, rides on its passion, you know. But in this case, it's riding on passion, but feeling empowered and having a sense of control over this power, over this passion, to know when to hold back and when to allow ourselves to push forward with this transformation. And so I am feeling potentially for this group 2 energies here, because I do feel there was one energy that I started with here, you know, that was somebody who it felt more like it felt like a different energy. It didn't feel like it was so internal here. It felt like it was more external, overcoming of obstacles and dedication and maybe dealing with very fixed problems and stubborn things. And sort of this turned into another energy here, I feel, of somebody potentially overcoming internal obstacle. So it could be a dance, you know, you and your, I don't know, you and your guides, you and spirit, you and your inner self, you making amends with outside world, or you and somebody else having this dance of someone who supported you. But either which way, and there's the watering of the plant, and then there's the plant sort of producing the fruit. And I feel like you're both sort of enjoying the fruit here of whatever this is. Or like I said, other people are enjoying the fruit now too, because of your efforts, because I feel like you've put forward efforts here. And it might have taken a village. It might have taken other people to pull you through, to help you through. Or you might have had to help someone through. And now you get to reap the reward of the fruit, because everyone gets to eat. And so I feel like there's a partnership union of you and this experience that's come together with a full understanding of we've done it. We've reached it. We've reached this happiness, this milestone. We can now see this abundance. Or things were really sort of not coming together unfair, leaning one way. They're now leaning the opposite way. Okay? So, beautiful pile number 3. This is your reading. I hope this resonated for you. I love you very, very much. Let me know in the comment section if this made sense. And I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.